Hey, it's Melanie from Parenting High Schoolers, and I'm here today to talk to you about those teenage years. Like the mom hacks that you need to know when you get teenagers. There are a million things that you probably need to know, but if I had to put together a list, which I did, I put together a list of the top 8 things that I think you should know if you're getting ready to enter those teenage years with a teenager. They are so much fun. They are fun to be with. They can drive you crazy. They will drive you crazy. They will get on your last nerve, but they will also surprise you and come and put their arm around you or come snuggle up with you on the couch. I'm not saying it'll happen every day. It may not even happen every month, but every once in a while, you'll get a surprise sneak attack that is loving and wonderful, and enjoy that moment because it may not come again for a while. So, number one, what do you need when you're a parent of a teenager? Room sanitizer. Ugh. Teenagers are the stinkiest people, and I am not just talking about boys. I teach middle school. These kids stink. Their feet stink, their bodies stink. They don't realize it. Please tell them to take a shower. Tell them to use deodorant if they haven't already started that. My kids have to keep their shoes in the garage. They're so disgusting. So, room sanitizer, and I'm not kidding, I have it in every room. I have 3 boys, and it's gotten better because they are a little older and they do have some good habits now. But even when they have good habits, they just stink. So, I'm telling you, get some room deodorizer. Food. Lots of food. I don't care if you have girls or boys, they're all hungry. They're hungry all the time. They're hungry and you just had dinner 5 minutes ago. What do we have to eat? Seriously, are you kidding me? So they need to be fed all the time. Obviously, they need to learn how to cook. They need to learn how to heat things up. They need to learn how to survive in the kitchen without you, but you got to have the food there for them. Teach them how to shop, teach them how to make a list, teach them what it all costs, but have the food there. However you get it there. Have a lot. Cook a lot. Make them cook a lot. Just know that if you think you're going to have leftovers, you won't. I had to start doubling, then tripling, and in some cases quadrupling all of my recipes. So, or if you are cooking out of a box, don't just get one, get 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 because they are pigs. And again, not just boys. And number 3, don't ask a lot of questions. I know that is going to kill you. I am a huge question asker. What'd you do today? How was school? Who said what to who? Don't. I will tell you that the days that I am like that I forget that I am my normal self and I'm trying to just be a good mom, they will shut down. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. So here's my tip. Listen. You can prompt, and once the conversation's going, you kind of can sneak a little question in here and there, but don't bombard them, especially right when they get home from school, because they won't. They will shut down and they won't have one thing to say to you, or if they do, it's going to be or no or maybe a yes, but it's not going to answer your question anyway. So just don't. Hey, did I say you were going to need food? Get more food. Go get more food now and get lots of it. And find out what your kids like. For instance, my one boy loves pot pies, like loves them. So I go to Aldi's and I get those little bitty boxes of chicken and beef pot pies and I stack them up. So when I'm not around or when he's hungry, I can say, hey, there's pot pies in the freezer. Find out what they like, and then they won't be so tempted to ask you. You can just say, well, the freezer's full of whatever it is that you like. So food, for sure, food. Be available. That is my number 5 tip. Be available whenever. I'm a big sleeper. I go to bed early. I sleep late if I can, unless I'm going to work. But if my kid comes in at 11:30 at night and he wants to talk to me, I'm going to make myself wake up. I am going to listen. I'm going to participate in what's going on in their life. It's going to kill me. I'm going to die the next day. But if your kid is coming to you, if they want to talk, those moments are precious. Please be available. Put down what you've got in your hands. Put your phone away. Turn it over. Put it in the other room and just be there. Your kids need you so much. And if they're asking, if they're coming to you, kudos to you. You've done something right because they are coming to you. So be available. Be there when they need you. Because if they stop coming to you, who are they going to? All right, number 6, don't assume. So what I mean by that is don't assume that your kid is the best kid in the world. Don't assume, oh, my kid would never do that. My kid would never take a drink of beer. My kid will never smoke a joint. My kid would never hurt somebody else. Probably you're not. Maybe you're right in most of that, but don't ever think that your kid won't do something that you don't know about. And also don't always assume that your kid is the best. Don't always think, oh, I'm sure he helped that little old lady across the street. I hope that he did. But just because you've trained them to be the best kind of person that you can be, you can't assume that they are always being the best person. You can hope. So don't assume the worst and don't assume the best, and continually encourage the best. Talk about good choices, but don't act like your kids won't do anything, because then surprises happen and you will be let down. Just have an open mind if things happen. If your child makes a mistake, you know what? We all make mistakes. We have to get through it. It might be a horrible, huge, giant mistake, but again, you need to be there for your child. And so it's just best to assume that anything can happen, good or bad, and then try to react in the best way that you can. So that's a hard one. Number 7, it takes a village. We all know this. Count on your friends. If you're going to be out, let somebody know, let your neighbor know. So if a strange car shows up, they can let you know, oh, hey, weren't you going out to dinner tonight? This happened to us more than once. And then you can find out what was going on. No one was supposed to be coming over. This is especially true when they were younger. I had an older son and then a couple younger boys, and you know, it's not like you are trying to ask them to tattle. You just need eyes wherever you can be. And my older boys have told my youngest, hey, don't think that you can get away with anything. Mom always finds out. And they just don't know that we have this network. You know, I saw a couple boys in a store one day and I was so excited to see them. And I just called my friend to say, hey, I saw, Junior at the store. And it was so good to see him. Well, guess what? He wasn't supposed to be there. He was supposed to be somewhere else, and I totally unintentionally ratted him out, and I made her swear that she was not going to tell him, but she was so thankful. And again, I had no idea he wasn't supposed to be there, but we need to have each other's backs. We need to, and again, I didn't do that intentionally, but if you see a kid and they're great, and he was, and that's what I called her. I said, Junior was so polite and it was so good to see him. It had been a long time. Reach out to different friends and see how they're doing, and maybe they're struggling right now. It's always good to have each other's back. So whether you are asking, should this be going on at your house, or you're just saying, hey, I'm checking in on you, or I saw Junior at the store today and it was so fun to talk to him, even though that got Junior in trouble. Be a good friend. Be helpful. Have your friends' backs, and let's help each other raise great kids. And number 8, give yourself and your teen grace. We're all going to make mistakes. I've made mistakes as a mom. My husband's made mistakes as a dad. Our kids have made mistakes, lots of mistakes. But if we don't give ourselves grace to learn from those, to move forward, to work together to figure out a better option for moving forward, then what's the point? So just know that you are going to make mistakes. You're going to lose your temper. You're going to yell. You're going to, you could try not to, but I know if you're anything like me, you're going to yell. So as our kids make mistakes, as our kids make choices that aren't the best, talk through it. Forgiveness is huge. We have to give them another chance. We can't just assume it's going to happen again. Back to the don't assume. And just give yourself and your teens grace. They're not perfect and we're not either. And we're all in this together. So hang in there. Enjoy these teenage years. I would love to see you over at my website, www.parentinghighschoolers.com, where I share advice for bringing up teens, doing life prep, college prep, whatever. So give me a couple of thumbs up and subscribe to my video below. Thanks a lot.